Everyone loves Jadson Andre for a vibrant personality, but also his hyperactive energy that he brings to the water, capable of huge airs, and he's got a ton of experience when it comes to competing here at Sakurem. So we're going to have the overlapping format here for the men's elimination round. So 40-minute heats as we see Griffin get started here on the right, feeling his way off the top. And oncoming section is Whitewater. Leans into it with a classic little cutty, and he'll kick off with a number on the board. Back to Griffin's start.
Yeah, I think it was so special in that wave. Like, obviously it wasn't that much of a wave, but right there, how much flow he kept and how much speed he kept to finish it off with the spark.
Both these guys have provided some big progressive maneuvers in their career. Sticking to the open face here, Jadson Andre gets a turn in before it goes flat.
Yeah, and that's the problem that we were speaking today with the short period intervals. The wave could disappear on you anytime.
And he featured that star air, that crazy punch so many times. Jaddy's got a left to run after here. Setting up that first turn, clean off the top with a carve. Setting up a big finish, 2 big turns for Jaddy.
But here, Jadson on a jam. Just very smart surfing right there. Set up turn just to this big finish right here where all the score is going to come from. And this is a very good combination of 2 major maneuvers for today. See Griffin on the other hand.
Big ramp, a lot of liftoff. Colapinto still fighting for the finish. Oh my goodness, he came close to that one.
Oh my gosh, that was huge. I thought he actually fell, and all of a sudden he popped up in the middle of the foam. That was incredible.
Colapinto had the 3.67 on his opening right, and then he'll have an incomplete score for the backhand punt. So the Brazilian up again, wave number 3 up and out.
Yeah, and you can see in that drone shot right there, you can see Jaddy towards more the middle of the beach, towards the right, as you see Griffin coming up.
Griffin now setting up another flyaway, up and down. 3.67 for Griff was on the right, the first wave of the matchup. Jadson's got a bowly section, big snap, he goes straight down. A ton of commitment from the 33-year-old.
It takes you time to find your right boards, and he seems in sync right now.
Jadson taking off for a closeout opportunity. Big blowtail, and Jaddy still bouncing around to get the finish. He'll be incomplete, but another great effort. Close decisions on complete or incomplete. There's been some very close and sometimes controversial calls over the years.
Yes, it's let's see Griffin up and right it.
Little backhand connection there, good for 1 move. He had a 1.27, he might barely get rid.
Yeah, as you see right here, in my opinion, I think Griffin really identified that Jadson has a big score.
He's been learning a lot quickly. Semi-final back in El Salvador. Oncoming section setting up for Griffin Colapinto. He'll redirect off it as he's trying to just find some major sections to work with. You know he's going to release a big punt.
And Griffin up and riding right here on a replay. Just probably try to get the ball rolling right here. It's kind of a warm.
Last 2 waves didn't provide it. Jaddy throwing the fins out. Doesn't reverse. Pulls it around forward. And still that white water that dies, like Jesse was explaining, is not helping you ride towards the beach. That wave's not even breaking anymore. And there's a balance, isn't there? As an athlete, trying to stay focused, but also making sure that you're enjoying your time. Here's Colapinto on the windup. Going off the top and going straight down, still chasing a 4.84 to get the lead off Jadson. Lay back even further when he needs it as we come off a full road attempt from Griffin. He slides out. But yeah, he could feature that real powerful stab in the lip as Jadson goes up and out. So once again, the priority heat, Jaddy and Griffin. Connor and Ian can be real smart when they don't have priority.
See Jaddy here.
Quick closeout hack there for Jadson Andre. Ton of experience at Sakurem. Remember, this used to be a big major qualifying series event, and he had 2 quarterfinal appearances and many other just experiences in this type of surf.
I think that was smart from Jaddy just to get that 1 big turn. Critical section. Just apply a little bit more pressure in Griffin.
Dane had an 8 as well, and then beat Kelly in the final. As we look at Griffin, snap off the top, late hit on the end section, still struggling to find some room. Connor O'Leary, 6.83. Gentile, 8-point ride on that last exchange. The rookie takes the lead. Connor with priority now needs a 5.85 as they found a good section of the bank, getting some really solid scores. The great late Andy Irons got quoted on how good Ian Gentile was as a grommet from Maui. Little speed hack off the top, or tap I should say, from Jadson, just up and down real quick. Nothing changing to his top two to crown the champions. Back to Jaddy here.
Yeah, just not enough. I mean, not enough opportunity on that wave.
I mean, this is elimination round stuff, and we're seeing a three-time world champ going down the runway there. Jadson now setting up that layback fin throw. That's all on his ability to create that moment for himself, because that section was fairly gutless. We'll see if he gets improvement here.
Yeah, and that was impressive what he said. Right here from Jaddy, he just kept his bottom turn very light, so he kept the speed throughout the bottom turn, and he was able to get a good release on that.
And now right into a big rip off the top for world number one. Wave drops in size dramatically, but he's back on a wedge. Forces the wrap through some foam. Section a little bit sluggish, and now he's run out of room again. Back to Griffin start.
Check this out, perfect bottom turn. Pushing so hard that first section. That was beautiful. Unfortunately, the wave really split up right there, but he was able to keep a good momentum throughout the whole wave and milk it through it. Pushing a little harder in that little backwash right there, which is going to help him out as score-wise. But yeah, props for that first turn. Just beautiful. Made it look very impressive for such a tough section right there. Nice surfing for Griffin, and that's definitely going to put him back in the heat.
Solid timing on that big first turn, and then just milked it towards the inside corner. One more look.
Right there, pushing that back foot, getting a good release.
He's been ripping, having great reps in the free surfs, even though it's been small. He's been looking very sharp. Jadson comes in as a wild card replacement for Kelly Slater and eliminates world number one. Jadson Andre, the 33-year-old veteran from Natal City, just gave something for Brazil to scream about. Colapinto out in the elimination round.